fun. I love speaking Australian dialect. It's so funny because when I was first learning the show, you know, I would go out and order a coffee and I would try to do it in the dialect, or I would yeah, I did.
I'm not confident enough to do that. Yeah, they're very lazy with their speech because it's such a hot country.
Yeah, you don't move your lips. Everything kind of happens back.
No.
What the bloody hell's going on, Kendall?
I started dancing when I was 7, and I remember going over to my friend's house, who was also a dancer, and he asked me if I had seen the film. And I was like, no, I haven't. And he was like, oh my gosh. And so we, you know, everything halted until we had seen the film, and I just fell in love with it. I thought it was so wonderful, and I've been in love with it since.
Yeah, those Australian films of that period, like Muriel's Wedding, Strictly Ballroom, there's such a specific style, isn't it? The humour's so specific. When we heard it was being, you know, doing a musical version of it, I just jumped at the chance of being part of it, because it's made for musical, isn't it? Made for the stage.
You can dance any steps you like. It doesn't mean you'll win.
The new writers are people like Sia, Eddie Perfect, David Foster.
What the writers have done so brilliantly is they've taken those nostalgic songs from the film and they've woven them so beautifully into the story, where they actually do comment on the plot, and they do further the story through songs that we know.
Time after time, if you fall, I will catch you, I'll be waiting.
People who know the film, they know the sort of over-the-top characters and dancing and camp factor. But what I think our show brings to the table is we sort of dive into the characters' heads a little bit, and we get to know them on the inside. And there's a lot more heart to the show. And like Gemma said, it's quite a bit moving, you know, at the end. And I think that's what is so special about our production.
Dancing in ballroom is so about the chemistry and moving and learning how each body moves. And that was interesting to me. Like nowadays, we don't, in social life, we don't dance together, do we, like they did in the good old days? And that's how you learn the chemistry between two people worked. And I think it's sad now that we just sort of go in clubs like this.